Dale Samsel. I'm with ASA Door Security Solutions, and we're the manufacturer's rep for Sargent products. And we'll be talking about some of the things that they'll need to know in moving forward with maintenance and upkeep and any issues that they may have. First of all, this is the Sargent 80 series exit device. It's stainless steel. These have the 56- prefix, which is electric latch retraction. The electric latch retraction, when activated, will pull that bar in as well as pull the latch in. So it does two different functions there when it's activated. Some of the things that they'll need to be aware of is that this has a 5-year warranty, both electrical and mechanical. I've included my cards, and they already have contact information if there's any warranty needs on that. But one of the things that they can do is just change these kits out. There's 4 screws in the back of this device that they will unscrew that would slide out this complete rail, slide in the replacement, put the 4 screws back in, and that will complete the exchange of either one that is gone bad, or if they need to electrify an existing mechanical device and they need electric latch retraction. Some of the maintenance that they'll need to know on this is just not to use harsh abrasives or corrosives that will dull the finish. This is stainless steel, so they can just use your regular pads. The other thing that they'll want to be aware of is on a fire-rated opening, which these are not, but they don't want to remove these stickers. There's stickers on these heads, and that has your UL labels, and it can be an issue if that's removed and they have an inspection. The mullion, which is the L980S, is a lockable and removable mullion. They do make a mullion bracket for that, so if they are moving equipment in and out, they want someplace safe and secure to store that mullion. There is a bracket that they can have for that to secure that mullion so it doesn't damage any walls or doors or any people as well. That's about it on this.
I'm Frank White with Ingersoll Rand. Today we're going to be discussing the auto operators, LCN door closers, Von Duprin panic devices, Schlage locks, and Schlage electrified locks, and the maintenance around those products. Starting off, this is our 4600 auto operator. I can see that on this we haven't got actuators yet. I'm not sure. Are they wireless?
They're not. They're not.
Are they going to be? They're going to be a hardwired, so they won't require batteries or anything like that. The maintenance is very minimal. Once this is adjusted, you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. Maintenance-wise, they're all components. So if the closer leaks, you can replace just the closer. If the electronics board goes out for any reason, that electronics board can be replaced. And I'm sure that the facilities gentlemen in the maintenance department are fully aware of those products. We've got them on several other buildings on campus. I'll also touch base on the AD lock. Now, this is an AD 300. It's proximity with a MyFair reader. It's going to be provided with Sargent cores that the facilities guys are going to be installing. The Sargent keyway in those. And there's virtually no maintenance on that product as well. Once it's on and installed, and the door position switches are in place, everything built into the product will work. It's got request to exits on the inside. I'll touch base on the LCN while we're right here. This is our LCN 4040 series. What we primarily look at is sizing. Out of the box they come set to a 3, which would be a 3.0 door with just standard air pressure and stack pressure. We have an LCN tool that is virtually just an Allen wrench that will adjust the sizing of that door by putting it on the end and increasing it in a clockwise rotation. Now it requires 4 full rotations to increase it by 1 size. So to bring it from a 3 to a 4, it would be 4 full rotations. And that would be the first thing that I would do in maintenance to increase the strength, because what that's doing is it's compressing a spring that's internal, and it's adding power to that closer. Then we have 3 other valve adjustments that are hydraulics that allow the fluid to flow through. The one is the back check, and where that starts is at about 70 degrees. As the door's swinging out at the 70-degree point, it's going to slow it and control that backswing. We have a closing speed, and what we want these to range is between 5 and 7 seconds for ADA compliance. So as the door is closing, we want to get from 90 degrees to close somewhere in that 5 to 7 second range. And then this last adjustment here is our latch speed. So to overcome any latch conditions and just to get the door to positively latch, we would adjust that. The factory setting is 1 3/4 turns out. So if you bottom that out and you want to go back to factory, you would just take that and rotate it 1 3/4 turns, and it'll get it back to factory. These have a 10-year warranty. They're rated at 15 million cycles. There's virtually a no questions asked. If this leaks or has any issues with it whatsoever, we replace them. We can stop and go to a Von Duprin device. Okay, we're going to be discussing the Schlage cylindrical lock. The facilities and maintenance shop are aware that, once again, they have to put their Sargent key cylinder in. This is a 3-piece component lock. It's modular, so functions can be changed in the field. It has a 7-year warranty on it, and it's fully maintenance. It's fairly maintenance-free. I wouldn't put any WD-40 in any of our products. When I discussed the Von Duprin, you can use a white lithium grease in that, but otherwise I wouldn't use any type of a WD-40 in any of our products, because it just adheres to dust and that it's going to attract that stuff. Now we're going to be discussing our Von Duprin 98 series panic device. As I removed the cover on this, I realized that it's missing the 5th and 6th screw. We're going through and doing a punch list, and those have been addressed with the installer. He's going to come back through and put in the 5th and 6th screw in the active head. These are cylindrically dogged, which will hold the devices in and keep them in an unlocked. On this, as stated, you can use a little white lithium grease, but that would be the only recommendation as far as lubrication. Our latch is actually made with Molydag, which is impregnated with a graphite material, so as it wears, it'll self-lubricate in the roller strike. They have actually gone in and put the 3rd screw and insert in there, so those were all installed correctly. Once again, very little maintenance on this. There's also options if you wanted to. We have some areas where they are electrified, and that would either go through the hinge or through an EPT.
My name is Jay Hardy. I work for Mallorp Glass Company. I'm standing in for CRL, representing the all glass walls and doors. At this time, we have an overhead concealed closer. The overhead concealed closer, much like your excuse me, the LCN closers on the doors, operates the speed at which it closes, the force at which is needed to open, and that's pretty much it. The adjustment, just like the LCN closer, is pretty much the same. It is labeled, however, up there which adjustment does what. Back check, speed, and latch. They are spelled out as this one being the latch, the center being the speed at which it closes, and then the back check at which the pressure is needed to open the door. Again, they're an overhead concealed closer. At this point in time, the stop is not in place. This is a temporary stop, but it will be there to stop the door at a full flush so that your door header flushes with the oven. At this time, this is a fixed handle. The pairs of doors have an operable panic handle, at which point the operable panic, when disengaged by the key, will snap down in and lock the door closed at the floor or at the head portion. Again, the pairs of doors are similar to the single in the same adjustment, which is your latch, your close, and your back check. When these doors are fully installed, they will flush just like the single to the front of the overhead header. There's really no maintenance required, no lubricant required. They're all self-sealed. Basically, that's all there is to the all glass wall doors and hard latch.